Confessions. Yesterday when I left off, I kind of went into the fact of how me and my relationships kind of dealt with when it came to girls that like me and me being set up. And kind of, for a lot of people, they didn't understand the fact that me, I thought I had more of a principle. I was like, my principle was like, I'm not going to do this. If it's a girl that I talk to, I'm just going to be on a respect level. Things started to change. Kentucky Derby, I kind of find myself as more of the sex symbol kind of guy. And I noticed that women always approach me. So I would be out with my friends. So right after Kentucky Derby, me and my homies, we were asked to come up to Indianapolis. And we go up to Indianapolis and we chill at the Black Expo. And if you've never been to the Black Expo, it's just another different kind of energy. Like normally, whenever you go to any kind of event, especially when it was based on like us going to the Jazz Festival, us going to Black Expo, us going to Black College Reunion, everything seemed to always get out of control. It was. First time I went down to BCR, I went down with my homeboy. One of my other friends was online pledging Kappa outside, so we were down there really kind of chilling. We was on this whole different kind of energy. I just got my hair blonde. Actually, my hair wasn't blonde yet, so I went down there, but I had the eye ring. One was still on me, but it wasn't to the level where I thought I should be at. So I was like, I can't wait until I go back down, homie. I'm dancing now. Things are kind of changing. So these girls started approaching me in Louisville, and they was like, hey, why don't y'all come up to the Black Expo and come and hang it out with us? So we went out to the Black Expo, we're hanging, and then this is when I discovered what after hour spot was. I didn't know too much about the after hour spot. I knew that you just went there after the club, and we ended up going, and it's the trashiest club that you can go to. But for guys, we don't care, you know, because our whole thing is like, I'm gonna get some at the end of this night out at the club. I get there and there's some guy dancing on the floor and girls are just sitting on his face, like sitting on his face, sitting on his face. I'm like, wow, he's going all the way out for it. And then all of a sudden some girl pours liquor on his chest. I'm like, damn, he's gonna get some. Like you thinking like this is what you gotta do to get some. Like I don't wanna do it. And we leave out, it's like 8, 9 a.m. in the morning. I've never been to a club that long. Walk out, everybody's coming out. So me and these girls go back to the crib with my homie them. Me and her go into the room. She takes a shower, I take a shower. We start messing around. Now, I never really talked to dark-skinned women like that, but she was right. She was chocolate, she was nice, beautiful teeth, beautiful smile. And I remember this girl taking off her clothes. I was like, wow, like she's thick, she's nice. Got a nice booty, nice eyes, nice teeth, nice legs. But she had like an Audi. And it kind of messed me up because I still had sex with her, still messed with her. Like I think some guys, like when we get caught in those situations, like our standards really go up on the board. And she walked out and she grabbed her friend, and her friend came in, and we all messing around. We doing this threesome. And this one I learned that out of all the threesomes that I had, these women were like, no, switch condoms, hey, switch condoms, hey, switch condoms, switch condoms. So I'm going back and forth with them, and we finish, and then the girl that I was with, she actually walks out the room. So me and the other girl start messing around again, and she comes back in the room and she's mad. Like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, what are you talking about? She was like, I can't believe you slept with my friend. I'm like, we just did this. She was like, no, I brought her in, but for y'all to just do this, that's a problem. And she's like, son, it's whatever. And I fall asleep. My rule was always never to fall asleep over one woman's house. That's one thing that I never wanted to do. That was just, for me, I just thought it was like I want to protect myself. So I go to sleep and I wake up and she's holding a gun. Like, why you got a gun for? She's like, shh, be quiet. Next you know, some dude comes in and she's holding his gun and he's freaking out. Like, hold on, dude, what you doing? What are you doing? She's like, oh, so you been out, what are you doing here? And she shoots, pow! I'm like, what the fuck? Hold on, man. Hey, dude, like, get that shit. Like, hey, I ain't with that. Like, come on, man, quit. And I look over and it's the guy that was in the club that was on the ground letting girls sit on his face. I'm like, damn, that was her dude. Pow! She shoot again. She like, get the fuck out of my house. So all of a sudden, a homegirl comes in the room like, what? Hey, come on, nah, stop that, stop that. She got a gun. I'm like, I'm butt ass naked. Like I'm naked. Like I'm like, if I was on hard, then I might be okay. I feel comfortable and shit like that. But since I was on soft, I didn't feel right. Like I felt like I was a bitch in this situation because no man want to be caught naked in that kind of situation. And I'm sitting here, I'm trying to put on my clothes, and she shoots this guy twice in the leg. Pow, pow. It's time to go. I always kind of believe that things happen for a reason. And my thing was, Andre, never sleep over a woman's house because I woke up several times where a gun was pointed at me. I had my uncle, Ronnie, who had his teeth knocked out because some man woke him up and he was over some girl's house cheating. So I always believed that, unless I really know you, I'm not waking up next to you because I don't know if you paying payback to your dude or you doing something, foul. I went over a woman's house and turned around. They had a husband or they had a baby daddy that they lived with. This chick that I messed with for years, I used to go over her house all the time when her baby daddy was at work. And my thing was I never respected that. Like, I never respected the fact that one would bring me over her house, but at the same time, I never said no because they made it so it's okay to go. It's okay for you to come over my house. And I know that a lot of women allow that. A lot of women that would meet, the whole thing was like, just don't get caught up. They knew their husband's schedule. They knew if it was night, so I knew if her boyfriend worked at Ford and he was there overnight, I might go in and kick it with her for the longest. As long as I was out at about 4, 5 a.m., it was okay. I went over chick's house where, their kids are in the other room sleeping, her boyfriend's out of town, her boyfriend's, and I'm like, wow. I start noticing that it was not about respect anymore. It wasn't about loyalty, that if a woman liked me, she didn't have a problem bringing me over because the first thing she would say is, he's not here. He's never here. And I kept going over a different guy's house, not knowing until the woman would tell me, oh, I live with my boyfriend. I'm like, wow. Now this thing, it was never discussed. So you're being cautious and you're wondering what you're doing, but at the same time, that sex in you made you go do it. It's crazy. Me and my homeboys, we always kind of took a trip going down to Black College Reunion. And this one year I said, hey man, when I go down here, I'm gonna go down here on something else, on something different. I was working Hollywood video and I was tired. Like I was gonna play as Kappa Alpha Psi. I thought it was Pretty Boy. I was like, I'm about to go here, I'm about to go do my thing. And I didn't have any money. I've been working these 80 hours and I was talking to this Delta. So I'm talking to this Delta, and me and her really are feeling each other. I'm really, really feeling her. This is before anything. I'm like, this is a girl I like. The first day I met her, we kicked it off. I went over her house. 5 hours later, slept with her. So every day we messing around. We kind of messing around with each other. I end up hiring her at my video shop. So I hired her in my video shop, and I hired her as assistant manager. I just made sure that she can get hired. And I remember my district manager saying, as long as y'all can handle it professionally, everything was okay. Cool, not a problem. So I remember one day we had this bad storm. This super bad storm. And she called me because all the lights went off. I'm like, hey, where you at? She was like, we're about to leave the store. We just got done cleaning up. I'm like, okay. I don't get a call back from her. I fall asleep. I wake up the next morning and I'm like, my alarm people called me and it was like, hey, your store is not open. So I get up and I go over her house. She's right down the street, like a block over. Knock on the door. She comes on. Hey, Andre, how you doing? I'm like, hey, what's up, man? You ain't at work. What's going on? She was like, oh, I overslept. So she didn't want to let me in. I was like, oh, I can't come in. She was like, yeah, you come in, my fault. I'm sorry. Because normally it's always like she'll let me in, she'll just walk away. So I walk and I look into her living room and it's a girl and a dude sleep on the living room floor. I mean, on a couch. And this dude had like the dirtiest socks on possible. I'm like, this dude's socks are dirty, like nasty, dirty. And I'm like, what is going on? Because I know her. I know she's one of those women that really cleans up after herself. She don't like let nobody on the couch. Like, what is going on? This is weird. I never seen this. I walk past her room. Her door is closed. Door is never closed. She's in the room putting on her makeup. I mean, she's in the restroom putting on her makeup. I look in the room real quick. I see a dude laying on the bed. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, what you doing? She's like, nothing. I was like, hey, I'm gonna go in your room. I think I left something. She's like, no, don't go in there. It's dirty. I was like, oh. I was like, ain't nobody in there? She was like, no, ain't nobody in there. I was like, what happened? She was like, what? I was like, I'm just asking you what happened. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, why didn't you call me last night? I thought you was gonna call me because you was coming over. She was like, oh, I got tired. Monique, she couldn't get home, so she just came over because it was pitch black. I didn't want to get the car by myself. I was like, dude, you never have people on your couch. I said, you got a dude in your bedroom. She's like, how you know? I was like, I just looked in there. I was like, so tell me, did you have sex with somebody? Now, this is a woman I've been sleeping with for months. Like, I literally been messing with for months. I'm not cheating on her. I'm not doing anything. She was like, no. I'm like, dude, don't lie. Don't lie. Tell me, have you been messing with somebody? She's like, yeah, I messed with this guy or whatever. I was like, did you use a condom? She's like, yes. I was like, I'm just asking you, did you use a condom? She didn't want to tell me. So all of a sudden, this dude walk out, and I know him. Like, I know him. We used to wrestle together, face to face. I'm like, oh, wow, you slept with this dude? Like, I know I done slept with tons of women, but at the same time, I take care of myself. Like, I'm healthy, I'm clean, I don't do that. I get tested. Like, what is wrong with you, girl? Did you use a condom with this boy? What happened? She's like, not at first, but then I was like, dude, it's over. Get in the car, bounce. Calls me the whole time, calling me. I don't pick up. Comes over my house when she got off work. She was like, I'm sorry. I'm like, why are you sorry for? She was like, I don't know. I got an addiction. I'm like, what do you mean? If I'm the only one you've been sleeping with, how you got this addiction? Turned out she had been sleeping with half the Louisville football team, the guys from Florida. She had been sleeping with them. And she started telling me, like, I messed with this guy, I messed with this guy, I messed with this guy. And then she had messed with the guy from last night. And she's like, I don't feel right. I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, I just don't feel right. I was like, all right. Day go by. She comes over, she's like, oh my God, I'm burning. What is wrong with me? She pulls down her pants. I'm like, we gotta go. Get up, we go, take her to the clinic. Turned out, dude gave her herpes. I'm like, wow. it hurt me because I thought I could protect her because I knew she was a good girl. Like she was a really good girl, but I don't know what the best got to her or what. But it kind of like fucked me up. Like what? Who? Why would you let this man stick his stuff in you without a condom? Because I know like guys are dirty. You know what I'm saying? Protect yourself on all times. So she goes home. I drop her off. Told her I'd go get her medication because she was scared to go get it. She calls me. She's like, oh no, this is crazy. All of a sudden, her phone clicks. She's like, hey, I'm gonna call you over. For some reason, my phone used to have this thing to where sometimes people would click over and they would keep me on the line. And I think there was a problem with like AT&T phones. Like people would click over and they'd still be on the phone. And I heard the conversation between her and the dude. She was like, he was like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? She was like, I'm not good. It's like, what's wrong? She was like, you gave me herpes. He's like, no, I ain't give you herpes. I got rid of that. And she was like, you can't get rid of that. You can't get rid of herpes. He's like, oh, hold on, I'm gonna call you back. She never talked to the dude again. That shit hurt me so bad because I knew that I would never put anybody's life at risk when it came to anything like that. And at that moment, I was like, man, I'm about to be wild. I'm about to be wild. I'm done. So me and my boys, we end up going down to Florida again, BCR, Black College Reunion. And at first, we were staying way out because we wanted to stay on the strip. As soon as I got down there, it's like I told my boy, I was like, dude, I'm just about to go find something. I walked out in the hallway. This girl grabbed me, going to smash, like literally within just getting there. Go again, go smash the chick. Like, what the hell? He like, dude, what is going on? I was like, dude, bro, I don't know. So we end up finding like the fact that no, even though we were far, I was still smashing chick. We were going to like Orlando, kicking it with chicks, well, Fort Lauderdale, kicking the chicks and coming back to Daytona, knocking like, wow, this is like this. Now, for a lot of people that don't understand the fact that when you go to events like your Freakniks and your Black College Reunion, your Kappa Beach parties and stuff like that, your whole reason to go is to meet girls. So we end up moving to First Ave, Oceanside, like right there on the strip in Daytona. It's just like, wow, like we right there on the strip. I'm talking about I'm walking out into the hallway, girls just grab me, come back in my room, this. Like I think I end up smashing like 9 chicks in one day down there. It was just crazy numbers. I was like, dude, what is wrong with you, dog? Like, what is wrong? I'm telling my boy I'm just a girl just walking past, seeing me like walking in the room. I'm like, damn. I I learned this as a guy. That don't matter how bad a trip is. If you get some pussy, the trip was all worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like guys, that's what we do. Women, like y'all would go and y'all would have fun and stuff like that. But I don't think. I mean, I don't know. But as far as I know, if y'all get some, y'all happen to do y'all little whole shit. Like it really ain't praised upon. But for guys, our whole thing is if we smash, it can be the ugliest chick, it can be the freakiest, it can be whatever. Our trip is not worth it unless we get some. Like it doesn't matter what you do. Like you can go somewhere and fucking lose your luggage, lose all your money, but if you get some pussy, it was the best trip. Like, hey man, my trip was off the chain. What happened, man? I smashed this bitch. Oh, for real? That trip was good. I didn't know, man. I don't know why I continued to have sex because the fact that at some point it just wasn't like I'm throwing my back out, I'm hurting myself, I'm breathing too hard. It's just like, wow, it's just like I can't stop myself from doing this. Like I couldn't, man. I get back home and like things are just real different because I came back with this new swag, with this Florida swag, and just being down there for the time that I was down there, just like man, I'm feeling like my Trinidadian side is popping in, and I'm feeling real like international with it. I'm feeling real Caribbean like. So women are like feeling me, and I remember getting this choker. I had this red, white, and green choker. I mean, red, green, and yellow choker. And I used to wear it, and I wore these tight shirts, and like girls was just like, wow. I think when you focus so much on women, it drains more of you. It did, but for me, I felt that it gave me something, like an energy, like it gave me something like a power. Like I felt so connected, and I felt that I was able to read what women wanted. It's like that movie, What Women Want. I think I kind of got to the point where I kind of felt that way, even though I was trying to fight this sickness, and like I could not fight this sickness. And I never heard of like sex counseling. I never heard of those things because nobody ever came to me and said, "Hey, dude, you out of control, dog. Hey, dude, you need to do this." Now, this is for years of cutting off my phone and withdrawing myself from people, and in the midst of anything I can still mess around and sleep with a woman. It's like being addicted. Now my mom was addicted to crack cocaine growing up. I had my grandma used to drink a lot. I had family members that drank a lot. I had people that, you know, that just ended up being my addiction. Some of my family members were gamblers. Like it ran in our family. It's just that demon happened to be the one that hit me. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel that I was worth anything. I just felt like I was just worth dick. That was it. Like as much as it hurted me, as much as it hurted me, I kind of felt like that's all I was worth. I was just dick. I felt nobody cared about me, and I felt that every woman, that's what they wanted from me. I didn't feel like it was something that was just like love. I didn't feel there was anything like that was special, and I put myself in that whole situation. Things go bad for me. I get fired from Hollywood Video, and I kind of knew I was gonna get fired because I've been fired from every job I ever worked at. I've never and will never quit a job. I knew that I would never quit a job ever. Like you're gonna fire me if you want me gone. And I got fired, and it was like the best thing for me to ever do because I remember this guy coming into the video store, and I was trying to find my way to go to New York. I'd taken a bunch of pictures. I was selling my pictures for $5 a piece. I was like, I'm gonna fund this trip to go to New York, and I want to be this big model, man. I'm talking to boss models in New York. I'm going up here. I end up talking to the supervisor, going to Newark, getting my apartment. I mean, getting my hotel room, this big old condo and business condo. I'm staying up there for like 2 weeks. I'm talking about I was ready. I remember meeting this dude, and he was like, "Hey, man, I buy a picture from you." And he didn't say it in a way like, "Oh, I want your picture," because he was a male stripper. And I told him, I was like, "Man, I thought about dancing, but you know, they was trying to get us to sell tickets and stuff like that." It's like, "Well, man, why don't you come and check my show out?" I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm supposed to go to this club named O'Malley's and start dancing this Friday." So I go to this club, O'Malley's. I'm like the second black dude there. And I always tell people this, is like, I'm not the black dude that white girls really like, I felt. Like, I'm not medulla black. I'm not the big, there was this one black dude there that had muscles named Spencer. White girls loved him to death. Me, I remember going out stripping my first time. I didn't get $1. The only money that I got was for participating from the dancers, and they gave me $20. And I was like, damn, this is terrible. Terrible. So like October the 23rd, I do this mail review with this cat named Jazz. And I remember he was supposed to tell me how to tie down. Now, when you as a male dancer, you have to wear cock rings. and you supposed to beef up, which is jack off, or watch a porno, or have a girl come in and be a fluffer, and come back, and then you tie your cock ring on, and you get tight, and you get ready to go out. And I don't know what, like I couldn't get up. They go get a fluffer for me. She's trying to get me up. She's sucking on me. I couldn't do nothing. She putting lotion on my back. I go in the closet, and I end up getting into it with another dancer because my name's Romeo. His name's Romeo. And we're going back and forth. He's like, man, you gonna change your name? I'm Romeo. I'm like, dude, I'm not changing my name. And I go out to my first song was Everybody in the Club Get Tipsy by Chingy. And I remember coming out with this all red jogging suit and these boots, and he's like, you gotta wear boots. And at first he wanted me to get cowboy boots. Like, man, I'm not wearing no damn cowboy boots. I'm black, I don't wear cowboy boots. He's like, man, you gotta get boots. So I got like these Timberland boots from Payless because I only had like $35. I got these Timberland boots from Payless, and I had this all red jumper, like construction fit. I remember going out and I couldn't get on hard. I couldn't get on beef, so I just tied the shirt around my waist and showed my six-pack off and showed my chest. And I had like a lot of baby oil, and all these girls tipping me and everything. I'm like, cool. And at the time, I got this girlfriend. The whole front row is like University of Louisville students. They taking pictures of me, sending it to her. She's like, oh, y'all there with my dude. They like, we in front of your man. They trying to start this beef. And I'm like, dude, I'm making money. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Black dudes coming out, they dance, wow, wow, pow, 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 swap. Throw their clothes off, goddamn dick look like an elephant trunk. I'm like, what the fuck these niggas doing? I didn't know. Nobody told me, like he didn't tell me until the last minute how to tie off. So my shit started looking all small and shit. I'm still making money, but I'm not making any money because I don't know how to tie off. This girl come to me, she like, you sexy. She in the military. She like, you sexy. You should come back to me to the military base. I'm like, cool. Good. I'm like, it's cool. Like I said, if you get some pussy, everything worth it. So we go back. She cooked for me. She's like, I'm gonna show you how to get your stuff ready. She was like, you gotta get you a cock ring. She said, you got a cock ring? I was like, yeah. So she started giving me head. She put this cock ring on me. She's like, that's how it should look. That is real. That's nice. She's like, I would have gave you my whole fucking check if you looked like that. I was like, I didn't know. She's like, here, I'm gonna tip you anyway since you came to my house. So all of a sudden she picked up the phone. She's like, hey, my homegirl's about to come over here. I'm like, all right, cool. She was like, well, her husband's coming over with her. They like to watch people have sex. My booty hole get tight. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't, like, nigga, I don't know about all that. So her friend walk in bad as a motherfucker. This 6'8", muscles on top of muscle, big motherfucker walk in the room. I'm like, nigga, I can't fight this nigga. Like, what the fuck? I can't fight this big ass nigga, man. This nigga take my ass. I can't do nothing. Like, fuck this. So they like, we want to watch out first. So she's trying to suck my dick and my asshole on tight. Like I'm squeezing, like I'm scared. Like I'm looking at this nigga sideways. I'm like, man, they like, y'all ain't doing it right. I'm like, dude, I don't feel comfortable. This nigga's too big in this motherfucker. So all of a sudden he just started eating her out and shit like, yeah. And then she started giving me head. We end up doing this fucking threesome. And I'm like, I look over. And this nigga got like the smallest shit possible. And I'm in there like Lex Luke, or I'm in there like Superman on. I'm tagging this girl, tagging old girl, and we going out. She like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Smash, smash. Girl pull out all these toys. We having fun, shit. I bust, dude bust, we done. Dude gonna holler, man, glad you feel comfortable, bruh. You know, because most dudes don't feel comfortable with another man in the room. I like, yeah, dawg, you just too big, my nigga. It's like, yeah, I always heard it. Like, nigga, but we naked, my nigga. I don't want to keep having this conversation, but ass with you right next to you. But it was the first time that I realized that people in the military were never really married. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I rarely made money on stage, me getting pussy made it better. So when I go back to this white club, I go in, I know how to beef up. I lived around the corner. I used to have my girl give me head, and I would would tie up and I would drive like 5 blocks down and go into this club and make money. And the first night I danced at this white club, I go out there and I came out to Gigolo. It's like, it's Gigolo taking out those men that do get. It's like, man, that's my song I came out to. So I was like, all right, man, put on another song. So they put on I Smoke, I Drink. And I just came out, I smoke, I drink, I supposed to stop and I think. And I was like, when they say I supposed to stop, I think, explosion, boom. And I hit the stage, I smoke, I drink, I supposed to stop and I can't, boom. And I rip my clothes, I bow. My shit just swings out. Girls just start throwing money. I'm talking about they nutted up. I'm talking about money. Made about $500 on stage that night. I said, I ain't gonna never work again. I was done. Confessions.